Alright, so here's those beers I made yesterday, fermenting. The yeast that I wanted to use, the homebrew store only had 2 packs of, and you have to use 2 packs for 10 gallons, obviously, so I had to get 2 other packs. This one here was bubbling like crazy. This is what I wanted to use. It's, sorry about the light. Why use German 1007? Because I heard it's good down to lower temperatures. Temperature's kind of fluctuating right now, down to around like low 50s Fahrenheit, but still up into the 80s during the day. He was trying to sell me on some California yeast, and I'm just more for like German stuff, especially with Oktoberfest. So I ended up getting this lager. It's Bavarian 2206, also from White Yeast, and it's bubbling a lot slower. Of course, to me, the difference being that lagers are they're bottom fermenting, and ales are top fermenting. So I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory what that means. But with this, the yeast will sit on top of the beer, and with that, it'll sit on the bottom. So obviously, the bubbles take longer to make their way up, and that's why it's usually for lower temperatures. I actually thought that I wasn't able to use a lager just because I couldn't keep the temperatures low enough. Like you hear about needing to be between like 48 and maybe like 58 or something like that. And I've got no way of really controlling the temperature. I'm not going to try and drag this thing down my basement to keep it into the 50s. But supposedly he said it'll still ferment. It'll have different flavors, which is fine. Like banana flavors or bubblegum or something like that. I forget what he said. Didn't really bother me. I think it was like an MG42. You watch those videos about the German machine gun? Like it's just bubbling as fast as possible. This one, quite a bit slower. And I mentioned this in a previous video, but for anyone who happens to see this one and not that one, I'm using a number 11 stopper for just a Sankey keg and then a regular airlock on it. Rather than spend all that money for one of those stainless steel fermenters that the commercial companies offer in some oddball sizes. Obviously, this is going to fit 10 gallons just fine, since it'll hold up to 15 gallons. But you don't want to do 15 because then you're going to end up having it overflow. But 10 gallons is just fine in one of these. Plus, the biggest problem for beer is exposure to light. And obviously, not exposing it to any light this way. Well, maybe except for through there, but I mean, compared to these,